the way to drive. Crowds all on their feet, not one bothered by the heat. Imagine them in the driver's seat. Checkered flag would be sweet. Crank it up, oh, it's racing. 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 Everybody get ready. On your feet. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Crank it up. Crank it up. Oh, it's race day. 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 Crank it up. Finger to the sky and a green light shining bright. The only thing I have in mind is the finish line. Check the radio, pit crew is far from.
All right, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here at PTM Racing TV. We're live here tonight at Lanier Dirt Track here, where we're about to showcase to you some of the fast and baddest racing around, as we're going to see not just one but two dirt track racings on the scene here as we get ready for our first event here tonight with Pushing Limits Racing League and their race and the Legends 34 Coupes here at Lanier Dirt. Hi again, everyone. I am Christian the Crusader Shriver, and joining me here tonight, good friend, colleague here in Moldy Interior. You better know him as Kenneth Crawford. And Kenneth, tonight, as we prepare our first grading order of the night, looks like it'll be a star-studded fight up into this part.
Yeah, definitely. We got a really good mix of some really good asphalt drivers, some really good dirt drivers, and I think it's going to shape up to be an interesting one. It's a mix of a lot of different people. That's what this league pulls, so it'll be a good race tonight.
It will indeed here. We'll go ahead and we'll start the heat up. I'll do the first heat. You can do the second heat grading order here, but on the start, it'll be Stanley Paul on the 48, and to the outside, it'll be a 17 of Philip Brown. Row number 2, it's going to be Mr. 8-0-99 of Wally Babb in the 18, I guess, and the 51 of him will be Eric G. Gann. Final starter being Jeffrey Todd Tufts in the 72 to round out your field as our drivers prepare to get ready and settled up here for heat number 1. Well, they'll get ready to field them down in right now through N3 into 4. This time by race fans, we're getting settled back in, ready to charge them up. Pace truck comes off out of turn 3 into 4. This time by leading into the green flag, and they're off and running.
As we see the number 17 go high there, we got a little bit of contact with Eric Gann, but it looks like he straightens it out.
Oh, there's going to be a lot more trouble than that right here. Stanley Potta already spins it out of turn 2, gets caught up in the slicks in the 72 of Todd Tufts. Having a bit of trouble down there, the first yellow of the night, and I don't think that was what any of them had in mind there.
Definitely with this track being slicked off and a little bit loose, it's going to prove to be some tough racing.
It definitely is indeed. Here as we go to the PTM Instant Replay, take a look at this one. Here's what happened here. Coming off the corners, looks like Stanley was trying to avoid trouble, but I don't know what happened there with the 099 or the 18, I should say, there of Mr. Wally Babb. He ends up getting right in between there with Eric G. Gann. I don't know if maybe Gann was expecting him there or what was going down, but we'll take a look at the PTM Instant Replay on the cockpit view for his angle here and see what he saw. So they get ready to field him back into position here. Let's take a look at this one more time. Everything looks good here. It slightly drifts up, and you can see Gann just got taken for a little bit of a spurt, and then, well, that's probably the worst angle for Todd Tufts to see out of this whole mess because he got the shaft on that one.
Yeah, definitely had quite a bit of damage there coming in towards the end.
Definitely did indeed here already. Pace truck getting settled back down. We're ready to get him off that track and back onto the field for the stretch here. To the runs we go. 17 of Philip Brown will be your new leader as we go off the green.
Yeah, it looks like the cars are taking it a little bit high. It looks like that's where a little bit of the grip is, and number 17 almost pulls a slide job there.
Almost pulls a slide job while Eric G. Gann goes to the bottom, says, let's you guys work the top. That's all right. I got the bottom line all to myself. I'll work with that. 51 has early advantage here as he gets the race lead out of the turn 4.
Maybe a little bit of that dirt experience coming in there running the low line. I know it can be tricky in that glossed off area.
Certainly can indeed. We've seen it before where we had to deal with all that madness and that craziness in between. As Philip Brown, though, heck, quite seem to keep the car in rhythm and keep it on line. The slick really taking advantage of him here. 4 laps to go, though, here in heat number 1. There's still 2 heats left to go, and I think that really will play into the dirt experience for some other drivers out here. Whereas some of these asphalt drivers are learning how something completely different, which is you don't have grip out there. You've only got slicks and a lot of tricks up your sleeve, and that's the only way to survive with these things.
You got to really, a lot about it is a lot of the throttle control with these things once you get in that dark rubbered over spot.
Certainly indeed. Tony Westcott coming on board here tonight on Legends Racing. Sweet. It's good to hear from you there, Tony. Eric G. Gann, though, with a race lead here still. Well, it's only 2 laps remaining as they'll bring him down the back straight away. One more go around here through in 3 and 4. The 51 looking for a nice little run off, trying to keep his hopes alive. He hasn't won here on PTM Racing TV in quite some time, ever since really winning that season championship with the Pedal to the Metal Dirt Series. But here in Pushing Limits, it's a whole other ball game, and considering that this man is the only iRacing driver with an RC controller to his name, certainly makes a difference and can make a little bit of a help out there as he takes the checker flag here in this one.
Yeah, that RC thing is a little different. Maybe it does help. I've never really personally experienced it, but who knows? I've seen stranger things.
I wouldn't say it necessarily helps more than anything. I think it's more of just kind of a little kind of thing to help him out and help him out with his disability, unfortunately. But thankfully, though, managed to keep his way in play and keep him on a good trail as we look at Heat 1 results. Eric G. Gann winning this one. 2nd to Wally Babb. 3rd to Philip Brown. 4th to Jeffrey Todd Tufts. Stanley Pottle not able to complete his run here. And I'll let you take over the heat order for heat number 2, sir.
Yeah, it looks like we got the number 12 of Brandon Pike up there up front, followed by the number, can't really see it, of Austin K. Cook, and then Keith Taylor lines up in the number 08, followed by the number 69 of Nick Kern.
Austin K. Cook will be driving the 011 here right as he gets sailed it in with the, looks like a little bit of a camo design up on that machine here tonight. As our field gets ready to field him back up for the fight here in the show. Lanier Dirt slicked up pretty bad. Generally, this is where I would say if you got a dirt stock, you got a late model, just go to the outside and run off there. But again, with the only 120 horsepower in these things here, they're definitely going to play a little trick or two on some of these drivers, I feel.
Yeah, the power to rate ratio, 122 horsepower, and they weigh about 1,300 pounds. Definitely makes it a lot different.
Certainly indeed. Kathleen Crawford coming on board saying hashtag Team Kerm tonight. And we're ready to get fielded back in for this one. The racing about to take place. Things about to get kicked up a few notches. Off to the green flag we go, and it's time to start charging.
Yeah, it looks like the number 12 goes high. It looks like he might go a little too high as the number 08 might capitalize on that a little bit.
Well, the 08 may be looking to capitalize a bit, but that 011, he seems to be having a nice little playground down there on the bottom end. Austin K. Cook holding his line down, holding his momentum in play.
Yeah, it seems to be this high line's working the best for everybody, but the 011 of Austin K. Cook is making it work.
He certainly is indeed. Brandon Pike, though, with the early advantage, not in the 12, but in the 17. He's got a custom number on the design. That's why you're getting kind of confused there as much as we may be, folks. Key Checkmate Taylor, though, man, there's one thing we know about him. He has experience here on the dirt, and he's showing it right now as he goes to the outside, still fighting off with the 011. Good bit of a night and day difference from our first heat. These guys showing you that a little bit of dirt experience can make the troubles work better than it was in the other one.
definitely can go a long way. And then if you look back here at the number 69 and the 011 going battling back and forth, that's a good little battle going on there.
6'9" there, that is Nick Kern, while the 011 of Austin K. Cook still tries to camera down, maybe get a little bit more speed under the hood. And something you may notice as well, folks, on these onboard dashboard and cockpit cams, you can see some of them have a screen protector or rock protection where others do not. Does not make any faster, doesn't change your racing line anymore. It's really just for show and visuals. Try to give you more of that realistic sim that iRacing is all about pushing as we are down halfway, 5 to go.
Yeah, the number 12, Brandon Pike, looks like he might take off with this, but the number 08, Keith Taylor, looks like he's going to give him a pretty good battle for a little bit of run for his money here.
He is indeed here. Now, I got to wonder, though, will that be enough to take away the charge, to take away the run? Brandon Pike is knowing what is right behind him there, and Keith checkmate Taylor. And Taylor giving it everything he can right now to try to stick with him. Can he get him, though, in the corners?
As we got the number 69 creeping up the high side, it looks like he's going to make it past for second place.
He is indeed, as they start to work their way around here. Third place battling out here right now, as currently Keith checkmate Taylor had to fall back a little bit. Austin Cook right there in it as well. Kern moving up into second place as continuously Cook continues to fight him out down there.
Looks like he tried to pull a slide job there as the number 08 gets real loose up there and gets into the wall.
He did indeed here, but thankfully still under control and still in pressure time, pressure situation moments here. Kern trying to work the middle line. Cook still trying to get the bottom to work a little bit. Bike just doing the complete opposite as the white flag charges up.
It's going to be a quick little finish here, both at almost the same paint scheme if I'm seeing it right here.
It certainly is indeed, as Kern now getting a little bit of an advantage here in the middle. A little three wide slew. Cook swings it straight in, but Pike will manage to defend off all of them and walk away with a W in this heat here. And that was certainly a star-making performance here in heat number 2. Not sure why our overlay was not showing the proper heat there. Sorry about that, folks. That was heat number 2 there, not heat number 1, as you may have noticed. But here is your race results for that heat. Brandon Pike wins it. Second going to Nick Kern. Third to Austin K. Cook. Fourth to Keith checkmate Taylor, rounding out your second heat of the night. So I guess since we did heat 1 and heat 2, I guess I'll do heat 3 now, and then we'll just go back and forth on the A main. But here's how your starters look for this one. Cindy the closer, Taylor, and the 07 will start him off. The outside of her being the 21 rattlesnake Mr. Robert Kahn. And the final starter being Chantel the throttle Pottle, and the 5 to her outside, Matthew Hoffer, the 84.
Looks like some good old PTM alumni, or not alumni, but a bunch of the old folks in here, you know.
Some old folks we've seen here all too often. A lot of veterans here, of course. There's a lot of great drivers that pull through the fields, pull through the momentum and the charges around here, and they're looking to continue on with that. We'll see if they're able to do a little bit more here with this showing and more with this presentation they're going to bring to the table as we get settled back down and ready to put the fight up, put the boots on, tighten the seat belts, and let's get back to the action.
As we get off to the start here, the number 07, Cindy Taylor takes an early lead, and she looked pretty fast here in practice as I was watching earlier, so we're going to see what she can do tonight here in this heat.
She certainly did indeed here, and out of the gate here looks like an early showing from the drivers up to the front, into the back here, as our Tower of Doom seems to be having malfunctions down there, so we're just going to swing it over to our little top ticker here. When all else fails, go to the top ticker, as we've been told. And now Robert Kahn now up on the outside. He is wheeling, he's dealing, he's trying to make himself noticeable here on what he wants to do for the race lead, as Matthew Hoffer continues to try to cave in and try to catch up to him.
Yeah, it looks like he's making that high line work for him there as the number 84 Hoffer goes very high too. It's interesting to see the lines work in the play.
Hoffer has a lot of experience here at Lanier Dirt. This is the track that helped him get his very first season championship victories, as well as some of his first wins of his career. He said to me earlier today he was hoping to possibly keep that momentum alive, keep it going here in Lanier with these legends, but that little bobble there out of turn 1 and 2 may have been a little bit of a factor and cost him some time. As Chantel Throttle Pottle tries to throw a little haymaker from the bottom of the reins to the top shelf. Did not quite stick, though, to get up to Cindy.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of this has to do with momentum with these little cars. I think that's where the key to being fast here is, not really slowing down too much and just holding a constant speed.
For sure there, but right now, nevertheless, still a lot time left. Of course, we still have a 40-lap A main event coming your way here. All 12 drivers will be involved in that one. Matthew Hofford, though, still seemingly just trying to find something to kind of push with, kind of get right up there with the rattlesnake, but Khan still holding him back here as they continue to charge to the field. For 4 laps to go, looks like Khan could have the lead here and the win if he's able to defend off Hofford's run that he keeps coming up on the backside of him with.
For sure. It looks like it's just the consistency that's being real smooth and very consistent here. As I say that the number 21 of Robert Kahn makes a little bobble there as 84 of Hoffer gains on him.
Hoffer got a lot of ground there out of 3 and 4. You saw him cussing just ever so near on our gearbox cam as he continues to march his way in, looking for an opportunity to strike where he can see it. Cindy the Closer Taylor, though, knows if they make a mistake and they cost themselves, they can actually just take it away from them both.
Yeah, as the number 84 Hoffer bobbled up a little bit there, lost some time. It might be a little move there for the 07 of Cindy Taylor to make a move there.
It could be a very well indeed as we come to the white flag this time by. Trade the green, get the white. 21 of Robert Kahn, all in white and black, looking to strike with this one now. Looks like Hoffert looking for any kind of hope, any kind of miracle. Kahn, though, did not give him any breaks there in 3 into 1 and 2 as they go into 3 into 4. Robert the Rattlesnake on will walk away with the W here in this heat, and at last will take home himself a nice little finish there. We'll see how well that plays out come into the feature time.
Yeah, definitely consistency, staying smooth, just played in his favor there.
It did indeed here as we now present to you our Heat 3 results now coming up on your screen. They will reset the track. You get resettled up for this one. Robert Kahn will win it. Second going to Matthew Offert. Third to Cindy Taylor. And fourth to Chantel Throttle Pottle. And field now getting ready to go at it here for a little warm-up session here on the track. So we'll let them get settled down here for all of the 2 minutes, if you will, and really just kind of take it over from there.
Yes, sir. So what do you think? Do you think the experience with the pavement or the dirt's going to really help here? Because you've seen Robert usually runs a lot of pavement stuff, and he kind of ran away with that one.
I think, in all honesty, the biggest thing that these drivers are going to need to watch out for is mixing the idea of what you're supposed to do with asphalt, which is basically keep these things as straight as possible and keep them on line, to then having to figure out how to not over accentuate and accelerate those rear ends around the corners, because I feel like that's going to be where most drivers are going to have the most troubles at. So I think, if anything, this could go either way, but it's certainly going to be a star-studded lineup to say the least here as we present to you now the Legends 34 race at Lanier Dirt for Pushing Limits Racing League, and presented by our YouTube channel, PTM Racing TV. So now, folks, we're going to start them off. I'll go top row, you go next row down, and we'll go from there. On the pole, Eric G. Gann, the 51, coming out, with the outside of him being Brandon Pike, the number 12.
As followed by that, we got the number 76 of Wally Babb, and then on the outside we got the number 21 of Robert Kahn.
Row number 3 is going to be Nick Kern, the 69. His outside, that'll be the 84 there, Matthew Hoffert.
And as follows, hold on, I'm getting a little mixed up here. 1 second. You might want to take the reins, bud.
I'll take the reins. All right, row 4 will be Philip Brown, the 17. To his outside, Austin K. Cook in the 011. Row number 5 is Cindy the Closer Taylor in the 07, with Jeffrey Todd Tufts in the 72. Final starter, Keith Checkmate Taylor in the 08, with the 5, Chantel Throttle Pottle rounding out the top 12. Austin K. Cook not making the gridding order. We'll see if he can make the call a little later on as we now present to you, race fans, live here at Lanier Dirt, the Legends 34 Coupes, for the first time in a long time, being shown up here on our PTM Racing TV end. I think it's been literally about since last year we've really seen these drivers, and we've seen them come on out, and man, has it been a bit of a time difference and a bit of a change here, but it is great to see them back, and it's great to see them back on the show.
Yeah, these are pretty cool little cars here. I think they're a little bit slower, but I think it makes for really good racing. A lot of people say that the slower cars makes for really good racing. I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoy pretty fast cars, but stuff like that, and it looks like we're going green here.
Indeed, indeed. Here we go, right out of the gate, off the start. They will go through the chicane, down across, into turn 1 and 2, and we're off and running.
Here's number 51, Eric G. Gann takes the lead, followed by the number 21, Robert Kahn.
Robert Kahn gets the early advantage there on the second place spot while Eric G. Gann tries to hold off the field. Right in the middle of the pack here, though. It looks like it could be anybody's shootout as everyone tries to go from slipping and sliding to just kind of keeping their tires underneath them. This being a fresh track surface for 40 laps, it can definitely make the difference and make a very well picturesque, clear move on what they want to do here.
Yes, we got a good battle here with the number 07, number 6984. They almost go 3 wide there a couple times, followed by the number 5 Apollos that gets a little loose back there.
Oh, a little bit more than loose there. The 5 of Chantel Pottle is completely upside down, crashed out. No caution thrown. I'm not sure what's going on down there, but she is completely stuck on the roof there.
Yeah, definitely tough to handle these.
Good Lord Almighty, that was a hard break there and a hard little situation for her. Well, hopefully she will be okay and she'll be alright to finish out the night, but I got a feeling that is not what she wanted to do at all.
No, definitely going to throw a bone in there, that's for sure, for this as we go up front here as the number 51, Eric G. Gann, kind of runs away with a little bit.
He does indeed here as Gann continues to hold back the field here. Matthew Hofford and Brandon Pike having a little bit of a tussle here for third. Pike, oh, as I see that, Hofford, you can't throw those things sideways on a shorter wheelbase like that. Maybe in late models you can do that, but definitely not wanting to try that with Legends. They will slow down and they will come to a creeping crawl if you're not careful, and that is exactly what happened here.
Yeah, like you said earlier, I think the key with these things is to just kind of keep them straight, it seems like. And it looks like a lot of people are working that lower line, as I say that now. It seems a little bit faster than earlier in the heats.
That's because that lower line was not burnt up to a crispy tenderloin there. You would see at the Iowa State Fair. No, this was literally more of a fresh slate, fresh track surface, so drivers can have more breathing room and area to work off of. That's exactly what we're seeing right now, is currently everybody looking for opportunity to strike and opportunities to gain where they can. Last
yeah,
one.
as I'm looking back here in the pack a little bit, is that number 69 is gaining a few spots throughout here. Seems like he might know something a little bit different.
He certainly knows a thing or two about Lanier. He has one down here in the dirt stocks already. We saw it last season here when he was winning it, when he won out, not just with dirt stocks, but also with the I believe it was the VW Jet BMWs there, those rallycross cars, managing to pull off some pretty good runs or two and managing to show a few things off to the boys.
Yeah, that was definitely an interesting one here for sure. I think that was my first broadcast back.
I think it might have been. You were close to it anyway. You was calling dirt with us sooner or later.
Yep. He's got a good battle going back here with the number 84 of Hoffert and then number 12. It's heating up. I just saw the number 12 creeping up to Hoffert's bumper there.
Pike's not giving him anything here. Neither is Hoffert, though. All drivers still trying to maintain distance, not necessarily social distance out here. They don't need to be worried about the coronavirus. They're more worried about just trying to make up for the charges and make up for their runs when they can. And currently, Pike still behind Hoffert as the 84 MPI continues to defend him off.
Yeah, he's not really giving them too many opportunities to capitalize on him. And as I say that, number 21's slowing down a little bit. It looks like Hoffert's gaining on him.
Kahn might be losing a little bit of ground here as Eric G. Gann continues to just not rock the boat, kind of smooth sailing out there. You can see him smoothly running across the track, kind of running off his areas, having no troubles there as we go on board here with him. Oh, as I say that, Stanley Pottle nearly getting into a collision course with him and the whole crew there. He manages to stay out of the way, but that was definitely a big situation, a big tough break there for him. And speaking of tough breaks, looks like Pike's having a little bit more of a break or two. I don't know if that front end is not gripping as well as he should, because Nick Kern is starting to grab it better than he is. He's right there with him for the 4th place spot.
Yeah, I like this little battle going back here for the 4th position. It's interesting, definitely, to see the similar paint schemes and whatnot, but it's a pretty good battle back here.
It is indeed here, there, Ken, and right now, still, whoa, Stanley, what are you doing down there? No! Gosh, the flag finally comes out. I have no idea where the heck that all started. All I know is we got to pile up on 3 and 4.
Yeah, it looked like to me that the number Stanley Pottle was in the middle of the track, and looks like number 69 and Nick Kern just got tied up and couldn't really get out of his way.
Let's take a look at the PTM instant replay here and find out what transpired as they came around the corner. Yep, right there, as you see Stanley Pottle just kind of because he was parked up there. Even Cindy Coulter-Taylor had nowhere to go, unfortunately. It looks like the 18 got clipped in there a little bit. I don't know if that was necessarily his plan, but it ended up just kind of happening that way. We'll take a look at the cockpit view here. Miss Cindy Coulter-Taylor, if you will. You see her rocking her way through the momentum through the corners, and it looked like she had a great idea what she was going to do here, but then she saw Stanley down there, goes up high, didn't realize that Kern was there already, and ended up getting a little piece of it, and then has to brake, trying to hope for the best of the 18 doesn't take him, or take her, and ends up still getting a little love tap there from the old 18 saying, hey, I'm still here in the race, I'm not done yet.
As we go up to the front here, the position looked like they're pretty unchanged with the number 1 and 2 position.
1 and 2 hasn't changed. The row 2 really hasn't changed either. Hofford and Pike will still be in their usual spots. Philip Brown, Keith Checkmate Taylor, Jeffrey Tatas, and Wally Babb will also be in the hunt here. Chantel Throttle Powell going to get a lap or two back after our unfortunate little incident there. We could not catch her going upside down. She had to get a tow, but manages to bring it back out at least and get it cleaned up.
Yeah, and as we get ready to try and get green again.
Try to get green, get settled back down, and see what happens here as we are still going to be under caution for the moment. Drivers are not ready to go yet. Neither is the folks trying to catch back up to them.
Yeah, see if we can't get them going here, get some good battle and going back on here.
Looks like this time by will be back to the green flag here. 51 of Eric G. Gann, the 21 of Robert Kahn will be your front mans to beat. Just nearly 18 laps left to go here tonight, and it's going to be a question of might and strength versus the who can outwit the best here. Off back to the green flag we go here, down the front straightaway. We're back and running.
As the number 51 goes low, and the number 21 of Robert Kahn is going to go up high. It looks like Hofford's sticking his nose in there a little bit to take the second position.
He'll stick his nose in between here, looking for an opportunity to strike while the iron's hot. Sees maybe he can find a way around Gann while he can. But Eric Gann's not one he'll take too lightly here as they go right back into the fight. Kahn going up top, trying to find a little more run, but the bottom seems to now be finally favoring Hofford.
As we got a battle with the number 17 of Philip Brown here, and the number 12 of Pike is getting pretty good here.
Well, 3 wide saloon right behind him, though. In between that, Kern, Jeffrey Tatas, and Wally Babb, all in that little mess. Babb.
Little love tap there.
Love tap there for Kern and Babb, but unfortunately not able to hang down and hang tough, but they're still fighting for it. Oh, no, a little bit of trouble there out of turn 4. Major caution out, and that was between Philip Brown and Brandon Pike. What a worst time for both drivers to get caught up in that one. That was a big little wreck they just had there. Oh, my.
Yeah, it kind of looked like he just got sucked into him there a little bit. Nothing there you could really do too much.
Certainly not indeed, but we'll take a look at the PTM instant replay here. Here's what happened and transpired there. Battle of the 17s. It looks like Pike just drifted up, got old Brown, and Phillip was like, well, there goes my car for the night.
Yeah, definitely could be a night ender there.
What a tough break there, unfortunately, and a bad circumstances there for the 17 and the 17. As we go back from our PTM instant replay to our live session here, we're still not quite done here, folks. And also, a little reminder at home, if you were not paying attention on our Twitter handle, we have a little race coming your way here from the folks over at Kings of Sling. We never broadcasted for them before, but we know a few of them that will be coming on board. So if you guys want to catch that action, then just simply stay tuned in with us here. While you're at, might as well like and follow us up here on Facebook, head to our YouTube, and subscribe there for all the great content and action we present. It certainly does help out our channel and will help us out tremendously if you stay tuned with us.
It's definitely going to be an interesting one after this. Definitely going to want to tune in for that. That's for sure. I know I'll be.
Well, absolutely indeed. Here as we're getting ready for the final part of this race, looks like we'll have only 9 to go. If the truck decides to come off a pit road, it looks like that may be the case here. Matthew Hoffert, Eric G. Gann will be the front runners. And looks like they're I presume they were going to go double filing here. Looks like they're not quite ready just yet. They're saying we still got drivers going around the track, guys. Hang on a minute.
Yeah, hearing they're kind of getting the word they got another lap before they go green yet.
Well, they better get it figured out. No, what? Whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, Stanley. You got to be careful down there, bud. I think they're telling them, like, hey, wait a minute. You're not supposed to go any further than that. Back off and back down. You're not supposed to be in the spot.
We got the number 17 going around getting his lap back, it seems like.
Indeed he does as they get ready to field him up. Drivers getting put back into pit road and back off to the start we go. It's time to get back to the action with only 8 laps remaining. It's going to be a shootout here now pretty much. Can Gann pull off a win and get a little redemption from all the Dirt Series troubles he's had in the past? He certainly thinks he can do it.
It looks like he's going to have a pretty big challenge here from number 84, Hoffer, and number 21, Robert Kahn. That's for sure, though.
Robert Kahn diving low, trying to make Gann think about it a little bit more, but Hoffer is right in between with the yellow flag flying back on out. We got problems there for Todd Tufts and Brandon Pike, unfortunately. And shoots us out to the PTM instant replay. I couldn't tell you from that angle what had happened there. All I say is we have 2 cars involved, and Pike was really farther away than everybody else. I'm not really sure what transpired there.
Yeah, I didn't really catch what went on there.
Well, we did here on our end. The 5 and the 72 got caught up and carred with each other. Both drivers just trying to work around one another, and it did not quite end up being that way.
Yeah, also heard the number 5 was getting the old slap on the wrist and sent to the back of the pack, I guess.
If you wreck someone out, you get yourself in trouble, then you have to take full responsibility. That's the rule of thumb around these parts. So here we go, only about, well, pretty much be a green-white checker to this point here. The next time by, it'll be 3 to go. That is if they let them fire them up. Right now the pace truck lights are off. Throttle Chantel Paddle right now, currently just doing laps around pit road. I don't know, maybe they're trying to tell her you got to do those if you want to get back in there, or if maybe she is just done with the night. She's going to try to pull Kyle Busch out there and say, I'm done with this one.
Yeah, hopefully she doesn't try and hit anybody. That wouldn't be too good.
Nah, she's not that psychotic. I don't think she'll be doing any of that nonsense.
I think it's going to be a pretty good finish here coming up. If it's got this many laps to go, I think you're going to see some bumping and banging.
Well, there's only one way to find out. 2 to go here on the green flag restart. We're going to see with only 3 green-white checkers at opportunities to strike. Gann and Hoffert will lead the way. Kahn looking to try and outschool all of them here as we bring it back to the green flag, and they're back up.
He's got a herd of them as they almost go for a wide back there. As number 21 goes
Kahn
around.
goes around, though. There ain't no getting around that one. And the 5 and the 21 both caught in the mix, and unfortunately that will bring out the next caution, which means we're going to get another green-white checkered attempt. We'll have 3 more left for him. Looking at the replay here, it looked like just extremely aggressive driving. Kahn slightly gives an opening. Taylor had nowhere to go. Keith just kind of drove it in and gave him a little love tap there, and that's probably not what they had in mind there, to say the least.
Yeah, definitely got a little interesting there in that start, that's for sure. Looks like this track getting slicked off is proving to be a little bit more difficult.
You gotta either set it up for 2 things. That's either on the tacky side where you can run it for a while, or you have to set it up for that little swing blade, if you will, where it gets burnt in and crispy. And right now, it's looking a little bit more crispy out there. Not nearly as bad as it was in the heats, but it's still getting down there.
Yeah, as number 21 gets the wave around there as we get ready to go back here green soon.
We are indeed here, field ready to settle back down, ready to get back to the action. Still got Tony Westcott joined in, Kathleen Crawford joined in as well. The whole folks are ready to see this one here. They want to get more action in, but the flagman says we're not quite ready yet. We just need a little more time, just 1 more lap if you would, and then we'll be settled up and ready to go. Drivers need to get out of the way so we can actually finish this race up.
Yep, gonna shape up to be a good one here.
This time around, we switch the green to the check. We switch green, and then we go white, and then we'll go checkered. Which one will get the advantage here, though? Which one will have the final say and get the win here tonight at Lanier Dirt? Find out now, right now, as Pushing Limits brings you Lanier Dirt's finale here with the final laps coming off the green. Hoffert's already trying to bolster the momentum, but I can tell you going that far out may have been a bad move. Here comes Wally Babb out of the gate in the 18 straight for the inside corner. Hill marches way off, and Hoffert
Oh, he got
and
into the
Brandon
wall
Pike get
there.
into it. They're all crashing in.
Definitely a couple people involved there.
They're going to let him go. White flag is out. They're going to let him finish it out, though. No check. They're going to checker flag it out. Eric Gann wins it with Wally Babb finishing second, and third to Chantel the Throttle Pottle.
Whew. Wow, what a finish there. There was
Yeah.
a lot of things happening.
I don't think there was more than just a few things happening. I think there was quite a bit going on down there, but nevertheless, Eric G. Gann somehow manages to walk away with this one and finally, in his mind, end his little curse he's had on dirt for a while. What a victory for him and his crew.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one. A lot of good drivers got involved in that last one there too, so it definitely changed things up pretty good as Wally Babb finished second there. That's a pretty good finish for him too.
It certainly is indeed. Gann's got to be extremely proud of that one and happy that this one walked out as well as he did. Gonna bring it out for a few Cyclones, a little burnout action here on the donut circuit of the dirt. Gotta always have the dirts ready to go.
Oh yeah.
Alright, race fans, here's your features results now popping up on your screen. Final results are in. Gann wins it. Second goes to Babb. Third to Pottle. Fourth to Pike. Fifth to Kahn. Sixth to Kern. Seventh to Taylor. Keith Taylor, that is. Eighth to Philip Brown. Ninth to Matthew Hoffert. 10th to Cindy Taylor. 11th to Tufts. 12th to Stanley Pottle. And then Austin K. Cook will walk away 13th out of it all. And what's been a pretty much wild, frenetic, and chaotic night to say the least. And Gannon, I've got to join down here with the broadcast. I got to join down here off from the broadcast booth and head down to the drivers here. But it was good to have you on board again, my friend. We'll see you next time here, my man.
Yes, always a pleasure, bud. I'll see you next week.
All right. Until next week, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and bring them in now, race fans. They've been waiting to hear from you all day long. Let's go and talk with them here. Starting out with the number 5, Chantel, the Throttle Pottle. And Chantel, I think of all the drivers I had to go through a lot here tonight, probably you had the worst end of the luck. But somehow, Lady Luck ends up finally coming through for you, and you still found a way to finish third.
Sure. It woun't have happened only for they wrecked there on the last lap. Only for that, we wouldn't have got there. But we have really bad luck. I think it was the first or second lap we hit the wall and had to get a tow, so that didn't help at all.
It didn't necessarily there, but I mean, nevertheless, you were still able to get through the mess and get through the carnage, and I gotta believe that'll definitely help out the point system here for you in your case.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, it should be a good battle. Hopefully next week will turn out good too.
Indeed, here, but as we sign off with you here tonight for your third place finish, anybody you want to thank for this one?
Everyone at PTM Racing TV and Pushing Limits for putting this show on.
I appreciate it coming on board here tonight, Chantel. Congratulations once again on a third place finish.
Thanks.
Chantel, the Throttle Bottle, walking away third here tonight, managing to just somehow eke by with this one, catching a big break when she needed it most. Now presenting up on our show here, let's talk with the number 99, or in his case the 18, as he was got a custom plate on that one. Wally Babb now joins me in, and Wally, man, you had a lot going on in that last lap. Put a fight up to Eric G. Gann and just fell up a little short, sir.
I will take that spot, sir. I've been waiting for this moment.
You wanted to talk for a while, I do know that much.
It was a good race, and that was some good driving around the front.
Yeah, it was indeed, and obviously a lot of hard racing in between and all the action you've seen. So I got to ask you, my friend, as you are coming away here second place and managing to pull off another great show, who do you want to thank you for this one tonight?
Got to thank all the y'all at PTM Racing and my family.
I appreciate you coming on board here tonight, Wally. Congratulations on your second place finish, and we'll see you next time out here, my friend.
Thank you, Chris.
Fly bad, ladies and gentlemen, the 99 coming on board here tonight. And at last, he'll join me here in Victory Lane. Give it up for your race winner in the 51, Eric G. Gannon. You know, Gann, I got to believe for you and your team, the one thing you've been trying to get more than anything is that lady luck to come on your side and get that bad luck out of the way. And I think finally the dirt has given you something. And doesn't seem like we're getting any info here. Looks like he's not able to talk to us. Eric, you got a copy?
I got you.
Okay. Did you hear anything we said there, sir?
Yes, I sure did. We've been having a bad luck here recently. Just the way things work in our racing. You know, you have good days and you have bad days.
You certainly do indeed. But I mean, obviously the bad days seem to be a thing of the past, at least with this win here tonight. Tell me, what does it feel like to finally just kind of get that win off and just kind of break that curse out of here?
Oh, it feels awesome. You know, I've had a lot of practice at this track with a group that I run with called the Dirt Bags. We do a lot of derbies and enduros on this track. So this track, I kind of know the ins and outs of it. So it's kind of a good thing.
Definitely indeed here. And nevertheless, though, you're coming away with the W and a big victory here. Is anybody you want to thank you for tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Dirtbag Racing, a crew that I hang out with. You guys for hosting this racing, and Pedal to Metal. They're great guys and great gals over there. And of course, Pushing Limits Racing League. They always team to bring out some pretty cool races with us.
Absolutely. Well, nevertheless, again, appreciate you coming on board here tonight. Congratulations on your race win. Good to see you finally back at Victory Lane, sir.
Thank you.
Eric Gann finally gets a win and a monkey off his back. And race fans, that'll all but do it for this one. But we're not done with the season yet, and we're not done with the night yet. Coming up next, Kings of Sling. They're coming your way at Volusia Speedway. Stay tuned for more.